Namaste, everyone. Welcome and good evening to the second session of the second week of our 10-day IKS certificate course. And I believe that all of us are having a wonderful learning time through the sessions of this course. Somebody is unmuted. Who is that? Sheetal ma'am, you are unmuted. I am going to mute you. Okay. Okay, just a minute. I'm not able to figure out. Sheetal ma'am, can you please mute yourself? Yeah, thank you. So I hope that all of you here are having a wonderful learning time. Over the past 6 sessions of this course, we have explored the various facets of Indian knowledge systems, and we will continue our journey today and for the next 3 days, wherein we will be listening to some more wonderful speakers on different other aspects of Indian knowledge system. And it is my pleasure to welcome all of you. It is also time to share gratitude for our collaborators, our institutional collaborators, Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Khalsa College, Shri Anandpur Sahib, Punjab. And thanks to the team from the college for all the support that they have provided so far. I'm also delighted to welcome our expert resource person for today, Vandana Wahengbam ji. Vandana ji, please let me know how to pronounce your last name. I am sure I have not pronounced it.
It's Wahengbam.
Wahengbam. Okay,
Yes.
great. So I'm delighted to welcome Vandana Wahengbam ji, who is our expert resource person for today, and she is from Manipur. And she's going to speak about embodied heritage, ritual dance as a medium of cultural expression and education in modern times. And considering the fact that she's an artist and PhD scholar, this is a very relevant and pertinent topic because I'm sure she'll be bringing out insights from her life and experience as an artist. And I believe that through her lecture today, we will be trying to understand IKS in action. Some of our past speakers have also helped us understand IKS in action because IKS is not merely limited to the theoretical world, academic world. It is very much a part of our lives. It is something that we can put into practice. So welcome, Vandana ji. Thank you for accepting our invitation, and we are delighted to have you with us. Yeah.
Thank you, Nidhi ji.
Yeah.
Namaste.
I will just take 1 more minute to introduce Vandana ji before I can hand it over to her totally.
Sure.
So Vandana Wahengbam ji is a PhD scholar at Visva Bharati, Santiniketan, West Bengal. She is a dedicated performing artist with a strong zeal for exploring the relationship between arts and society. She actively has developed a diverse set of creative tools and perspectives with a particular focus on gender-informed narratives through her work, both her research and her art. She's committed to continuous learning and to contributing meaningful, socially engaged artistic work, which I believe is such an important thing. It is the need of the hour to contribute to society through art that is not merely being presented for leisure entertainment, but it also is socially driven, and more importantly, it is culturally driven, something that is rooted in Indic faith and values. She has authored a number of research papers. She has authored a very interesting research on ritual performance of Amaibi as an act of cultural expression, a study of Lai Harauba. She's also written a research paper on gender identity and social status through performance, Nupa Amaibis and Nupi Amaibis of Manipur. Uh, Her research interest and expertise is around gender fluidity in Manipuri performance, contributions of trans practitioners in dance, women's role in temple dance culture as a means of education, and the role of women's performance practices. She has presented her research at several national, international forums. She also works at the intersection of art, culture, and social impact with a focus on women's empowerment. She sees dance as a therapeutic process for healing and mental well-being, and she is committed to the preservation and reinterpretation of ritual dances of Manipur. She is herself a prolific dance artist with a background in Manipuri traditional dance forms. She has developed several dance compositions. She also delivers tutorial sessions, and she is an experienced performer with national and international exposure, whereby her goal is to present the cultural heritage of Manipur to diverse audiences. She has to her credit several awards and achievements. She is the recipient of Governor's Gold Medal in Dance 2018. She has also been honored with Dr. B.R. Ambedkar National Award 2021, and she is a gold medalist at master's degree from Manipur University, and she is also a B grade Manipuri dancer with Doordarshan Kendra Imphal, Manipur. So I am sure all of you by now have understood the rich and expert profile that Vandana ji carries with her. And we are eagerly awaiting to hear from her as to how dance is a form of cultural heritage, embodied heritage, ritual heritage, and how it is a medium of cultural expression and education in modern times. Over to you, Vandana ji.
थैंक यू निधि जी, आपने अच्छी तरह से मेरा इंट्रोडक्शन किया है. So, namaste everyone. I'm honored to be speaking with you today. My name is Vandana Wahengbam and currently pursuing my PhD at Visva, Santiniketan. I'm a performing artist, deeply rooted in the beautiful journey of learning and expressing myself through various dance forms. As a dancer, I had the privilege of exploring different styles, techniques, and expressions, and my journey has been a testament to the power of dedication, discipline, and passion. I'm still learning, growing, and evolving, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to share my thoughts and experiences with you today. I'm looking forward for your guidance also and a suggestion, and I hope my presentation can inspire and resonate with you. Thank you. So coming back to my presentation, I will share the screen.
Sure. Participants, the chat box is open for discussion, interaction, comments, and questions. So please feel free to use the chat box, and just reminding you that please stay muted during the session, and you can unmute when the speaker ends. When Vandana ji ends her presentation, we will have time for questions.
Nidhi ji, is it visible?
Yes, yes, Vandana ji, perfectly
Okay.
visible.
So today I'll be speaking on the embodied heritage, how ritual dance act as a medium of cultural expression and education in the modern era. So this is my journey of the presentation. Today, I invite you on a journey into the living soul of Manipur, a lane where dance is not mere performance, but the very embodiment of heritage, memory, faith, and identity. At this heart lies the profound concept of embodied heritage, the idea that culture does not merely reside in texts or objects, but is alive in the moving body. So, in Meitei society, knowledge, spirituality, cosmology, and history are inscribed, preserved, and transmitted through the body in motions. Every gesture, fall, and every footfall, every turn of the wrist carries centuries of the meaning, and this is embodied heritage in its purest form. And then come the 18th century with the arrival of Vaishnavism under King Garidnevas and the teaching of the Santidas Goswami, a beautiful synthesis unfolded. So the ecstatic love of Radha and Krishna entered the Manipuri imagination and gave birth to one of the world's most refined classical dance forms. And the supreme expression of this pre-Vaishnavite worldview is the ancient ritual festival of Lai Harauba as the pleasing of gods. And here, dance is worship, dance is creation, dance is reenactment of the cosmic drama. So through the graceful, art-bound movements of the Maibi is the Saman, and the Pena singers, the Pena fiddlers, the Umanglai deities descends, and the world is renewed, and the community remembers who they are. I've also put some requirements about the pre-Vaishnavite and post-Vaishnavite traditions and how dance is act as a education and cultural preservation, and who is the one that is preserving our culture, and what are the challenges that we are facing in this modern era, and how dance is act as a therapeutic and community role in our society. Yes.
Rajesh, please be on mute. All participants requested to be on mute, please.
Okay. Thank you. So, embodied heritage.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the interruption, Vandana
It's okay,
ji.
it's okay, it's okay. No problem.
Yeah, yeah. Please continue.
So, this magnificent tradition survives because of the sacred Guru Shishya Parampara, the unbroken lineage of masters and disciples. From the ancient Maibis to the gurus of the academic, institute, and private gurukuls, knowledge is transmitted not through books, but through years of watching, listening, and absorbing with the body and the soul. Children learn gender roles, ecology, history, and ethics through movement long before they read about them. Even today, in a rapidly changing world, our classical and folk dance remains powerful tools of identity assertion and community cohesion. So, about this embodied heritage, a culture is not only in texts or museums, it lives in the moving body through expression and movement. Yes, this embodied heritage faces unprecedented challenges in the age of modernity, migration of artists, influence of Bollywoods and K-pop, shrinking performance spaces, economic pressures, and the impact of prolonged conflict in the state. So, how do we keep the of a Manipuri hand gesture alive when attention spans are set by 15-second reels? And yes, across the world, scholars and practitioners are rediscovering dance as therapy, the slow flowing movement of Manipuri calming trauma, rebuilding the community bonds and healing bodies torn by the violence or displacement. Even nowadays in refugee camps, in diaspora festivals like in happening in the globe, a simple pungcholom or a ras brings people together, reminding them that we are still here. Our story still continues, and the dance of Manipur is more than art. Dance of Manipur is more than art. It is a prayer, it is memory, it is resistance, it is love made visible. So, as we delve deeper into embodied heritage, we come to the Lai Harauba, Ras Lila, Guru Shiksha Parampara, and the challenges and healing power of this tradition. We are reminded that when a Manipuri dancer leaves her hand in the delicate Lai Harauba gesture, she is not just performing. She is carrying the past into the future, one heartbeat, one footsteps, one breath at a time. So I now open the floor for the journey into this sacred world of movement and meaning. Yes. How embodied heritage is carried in the Meitei community of Manipur. I highlight some of the points. I'll explain it. So in Manipur, every movement of the body and every beat of the pung is ritual, prayer, offering, devotion, surrender, and sacrifice. It is history written on the skin, ecology remembered in the feet, and community identity carried in the curve of a wrist. So long before letters arrive on our soil, the body and sound become our script, our library, our university, and our temple. Also, when our artist steps into this sacred circle, they do not merely perform, they become living vessels of the tradition. A young girl dancing as a Maivi becomes the voice of the goddess. Maivi is the Saman, and I will explain about this Maivi in my slide. So a penna player with his single strings fiddle becomes the storyteller of the creation itself. Through their bodies, they enact the farmer blending to plant paddy, the mother of a childbirth, the warrior at death, the lover in longing, and the soul returning to the ancestors. All these are being highlighted by the performers. So, birth, life, death, and rebirth, the entire cycle of existence is mirrored in every slow turn and gentle footfall. The myths, epics, and legends that other societies wrote on palm leaves or printed in books are for us, still breathing. So they live in the oral chants of the Maibi, in the songs of the Pena, in the silent language of hand gestures passed from body to body, and there is no separation between story and dancer because the performer, the dancer is the story itself, and the story is the performer itself. So this completes mirror of our entire cultural heritage and find its fullest expressions in the great seasonal festival of the Lai Harauba. Lai Harauba is the merrymaking of the gods, also the pleasing of the deities. And it is the very biggest ritual ceremony of the Meitei community, also for the people of the Manipur. So for the Meitei people, Lai Harauba is not only a festival, it is the ceremony that contains all the seasonal festival in its 4 day or 12-day cycle, depending on the village deity. The entire culture and cosmology of our ancestors unfolds before our eyes. Coming to the Lai Harauba, under the open sky or inside the sacred lion space, the Amaiba, the priest and the priestess, the Amaiba and the Amaibi, the Samans, they become the living bridge between the human and the divine. So with every ritual dance, they hand down our knowledge that was never written, starting from the myth, starting from the stories of the epics. They are handing over the cultures generations by generations till now. So how the universe was created from the body of the primordial deity and how humans live in harmony with rivers and hills, how joy and sorrow are two phases of the same sacred existence, all are being enacted by the Amaibis in the Lai Harauba dances, Lai Harauba ceremony, even in the Ras Leelas. Everything is uh, convert into the performance and then it is performed by the artist. So more than a festival, it is the beating heart of a civilization that choose the moving body from nature when forests are still covered by the valleys. It bounds our community together when the world beyond the hills was unknown. And even today, when a Maibi lifts her hand in the ancient mudra, which means the gestures, calling the Umanglai forest deities, or when hundreds of villagers joins in the circular Yakairol, something deeper than performance is taking place. It is believed that even the deities comes and uh, all together we join together hand by hands and we are performing the ritual rites with the deities and with the peoples. So the past is being remembered, the present is being sanctified, and the future is being protected all through the simple miracles of our body moving in harmony with the drums and song. So long as the sounds of the drums and the feet touches the art in the old way, our myths will never die, our ecology will never be forgotten, and our identity will never be lost. And also it is being as a dance education, dance therapies, our might be our the shamans are being the teachers, they are the doctors, they are the healers, they are the architects, they are the everything, and they are the one who is teaching us since the primordial times till now. Yes, how body act as a text. Knowledge is actualized in the body where it enters through the soles of the feet first, barefoot grounding in Lai Harauba. So in Manipur, knowledge is not written on paper. It is textualized in flesh. It enters the student, it enters the body, and then through the soles of the feet first, barefoot on the sacred art of the Lai Harauba. Every vibration of the pena, every thud of the pung travels upward through heels, ankle, calf, knee, thigh, spine until it reaches the heart and becomes a memory. So how Ras Lila, the gopi, plays when she bends at the waist, soft, impossible gravity defying. The curve is not just a technique. It is centuries of the feminine divine archetype stored in the spine of every Manipuri woman who ever danced for Krishna. So when she straightens again, the band does not leave. It simply rests inside the body of the next girl who will one day inherit it. So listen to a master of the Pung. The drummer does not hear the beat with his ear first. He hears it in his thigh long before the sound reaches the ear. And the drum speaks to muscle before it speaks to mind. That is why, even blindfolded, a true Pung player never misses a stroke. And the bow pressure is decided not by the fingers but by a tiny muscles between the shoulders, blades that no anatomy book brother to name, yet every pena player in Manipur knows by heart. So the simply walk behind the student takes an elbow, a wrist, a knee and move it to one speak. The body understand faster than the language ever could. And when a dancer sweats under the April sun during the Lai Harauba, we say that the salt on her skin carries ancestral memory. We laugh, but the smell, the ear after 4 hours of dancing, it smells like every generation that ever danced here. Even in the dance called Thaugal Jagoi, the sacred breath before a difficult turn, the way the little finger curls when calling rain, if no younger body has absorbed them, they are gone forever. So my friends, this is how the body becomes text in Manipuri Jagoi, not a metaphor, not a philosophy, a living, breathing, sweating, and trembling scripture written in barefoot sparkles, curves, waist, vibrating chest, and borrowed fingers. And as long as one child still learns on a mother's hip, as long as one soldier blood still remembers the pena, the sound of the music, the rhythm, the movement, and as long as one pair of the feet still touches the art without shoes, the text is safe, the body is safe. So the library is still open, the scripture is still being read, one body from other body at a time. Yes, coming to the pre-Vaishnavite tradition of Manipur, which also plays a prominent role in shaping the tradition and also act as a cultural knowledge education system in our society. I will come to the Lai Harauba. So, Lai Harauba is the seasonal festival that played in this small tiny state, among which the religious festival Lai Harauba plays a prominent role in the growth of the cultural status of this polyglot state. The ancient tradition of this Lai Harauba is very grand and elaborate ritualistic festival which consists of series of dances and songs, ritual songs associated with the ancestor worship and the Meitei cosmogony. Yes, the Lai Harauba is a cosmological and really ritualistic rite, and it describes the creation of the meat, the birth of a human being, the childhood, adulthood, and marriage, as well as the arts and education. So that time we don't have this education system, but how the society, how the people is being educated by the shamans, by the Amaibi, all is drawn back to the Lai Harauba. Because nowadays there are doctors to take care of the patients, but that time it is the Amaibi, it is the shaman, it is the Amaiba who took care, who played the role of the doctors, and nowadays there are engineers, architectures, and weavers, all are going to the profession, but that time it is only the Amaibi who teach us how to weave clothes, how to do the how to build the structure, how a human body is born. Everything is being taught by the Amaibi in this sacred space called Laibung, only in the time of Lai Harauba. Yes. So Lai Harauba is also the pleasing of gods, and the Saros Nilini Parad, John Parad, they have the translation of the merrymaking of the gods, and even the Lai Harauba. T.C. Hudson also prefers that it means rejoicing of gods. Etymologically, meaning of the Lai Harauba derived from the terms that the phrase Lai Hoi Lauba, which means the god. Hoi means hoi, and the Lauba means shouting. So, in the creation of the meat of the Meiteis, Lai Harauba is a fertility rite in which the prehistoric Meiteis invoked the blessing of regional deities to encourage biological reproduction, wealth, longevity, and communal harmony in the ceremony. So, in honor of the Umang Lai, that is the forest deity, forest god, it is observed at various times between the months of April and May in every Laikai. Every Laikai means the locality, and every Kul, and Kul means the village in our Meitei language. So, around the shrine-like structure of the Laifam, Laifam is the abode of the gods, and the number of kutek. Kutek means the hand gesture, hand movement, which are considered as 364 in total that are used in the series of Laibao dance. Also, there are 364 Umang Lai deities, and the Lai Harauba is also performed with variation for its deities. Yes. The man ritual functionaries, Amaiba, Amaibi, Pena, Khongba, there is no gender fluidity in performance because there is also a Nupa Amaibi, which is the male-bodied samans. And same as we call the female Maibi, Ima Maibi, Ima means mother, we call the male-bodied saman Ima Maibi. Same as we call to the female-bodied saman. So the number of the 364 kutek total are used in this series sequence, that is the Hakchang Saba formation of the human body, 64 kuteks, and the Nungnao Jagoi, how a child is being gave birth, and then the Yumsarol. Yumsarol is the making of the houses, and the Pamyalon is the cultivation, dance, Fisharol is the weaving of the clothes. All of these are being performed in a number of hand gestures and movements, and is being handed over from generation to generation, how to do the, how to shape the this one tradition, how to make a house, how to live. These are all being taught as an education system in this in the space of Lai Harauba. Yes. Nidhi is my slide visible? I think I'm having a problem.
Yes, your slide is visible. We can see the slide on shamanism.
Okay, so
Yeah.
coming back to the shamanism, I have highlighted some of the key points about the shamans. I'll explain it. So, Amaibi is considered to be the one chosen by the Supreme Being for the purpose of maintaining link between the supernatural beings and human beings. To be an Amaibi cannot be the case by choice. They have the power to render relief and from the woes and miseries of the human beings. It is short of the feature and grain in the birth of a mortal being destined to be an Amaibi. So, the word Amaibi and Maibi both are the same meaning. They transition from one another with change in time. The two words are sometimes used as if they are different from each other. The women that conduct the rituals and rites of the deities are known as Amaibi, and the word Ama and the women who delivers the baby are known as Maibi. So even though they hold the same meaning, the Maibi and Amaibi are two different things. What one sees from the temporal world is that Amailon, also shamanism, inner realm is something that cannot be explored easily by a normal person. Like even if they desire, no ordinary beings could enter even their realm. So a person must go through several stages in order to understand more about the Amaibi, about the tradition, about the discussion with them, how to reading literature since there appears to be boundaries where no ordinary people can enter their world of consciousness. And as per the beliefs of the land of Meiteis and written records of Meitei folklore, the oldest form of the Maibi who settled in Manipur are the Chakpa people. They are the oldest people and that established the institution of Amaibi in very systematic way. That is Sanglen, who is the oldest institution, Langmai is the second, and the Fura is the youngest. So the Amaibi have been preserving the three institutions, schooling since the times of the Maidingo Tawan, who ruled Manipur from 1195 to 1231. So, how Amaibi's practice is often traced back to the indigenous and tribal civilizations, and various forms of shamanisms are practiced in the world, including practitioners such as healers for both men and women, and who offer spiritual counsel to their communities. And the different types of Amaibi are also there in the Loisang. Loisang means an institute. Also, a hierarchy is being given to them. Like the one who is highest in the hierarchy is called the Asupi, and the remaining Amaibi are called Hidungs. This is how the physical appearance of the Amaibi is being portrayed in the ritual performance, which is handed over from generation to generation. So this is about the shamanism. Yes. So they are the main ritual performers and primary keepers as well as oral custodians of the Lai Harauba that recreates the cosmos every year. And one cannot be an Amaibi. They are the chosen, they embody and transmit the entire Lai Harauba repertoire, and the key dancer expresses the creation of the universe, and the Laibung, the temple space, is where the Lai Harauba research in where this dance style is being observed. Let's come to the Jagoi, the interpretation of dance. So from the primordial period of an infant, the parents nurture and guide their child, wherein the infant one could carry their own hakchang saba, which means the building up of the human body. And during this time, the tading means the first step of the hand movement, which is used by our elders, and this is the involuntarily evoke of a hand gesture of dance, and it begins to reflect the essence of dance. Such a baby twirling its hand can be seen in the first part as a dance. So, uh, yes, about the origin of the Meitei Jagoi, which is also in the meat of our Meitei people. Atinga Guru Sidava, he is the sky father, he is the supreme deity. So from his body, he brought his two sons, one is Asiva and one is Harappa, and they entitle him with the task of the creation of the universe. So the picture, Maibi is dancing. I will explain it. For the creation to behold, Atya Guru, the supreme deity, after discussing with his son during the course of the creation, the land created by his son was destroyed by the name called Harappa. So after seeing this destroy, the supreme the supreme God created a female women known as Tarang Nong Thang Lema just to distract the mischievous egg of the creator. To distract him, Nong Thang Lema, the female, dance in the form of lightning and its essence against naming her Nong Thang Lema. So after seeing her movement, body movement, structure, the one who is being destroyed when the other one is creating the universe, he had forgotten that the one is still on the egg of the creation. Just to draw further attention, the Nongthang Lama began to perform a dance with which she moves here and in a rotational manner. So the word Jagoi comes from the word Chatkoi. Chat means footstep, and then Koiba means circular movement. So chatna Koiba, by stepping and by moving forward little by little in a circular movement comes the Chatkoi, and then from Chatkoi derives the Jagoi word. So this is the takes on the creation of the Meitei cosmos suggests that during the time of creation, Atinga Guru Sidava, I will demonstrate the dance after I done presenting my slide. So Atinga Guru Sidava created 9 Laibungtos and 7 Lainoras. Laibungto means the 9 gods and the 7 Lainora means the 7 goddess who enact during the time of the creation. The movement of the gods and goddess are known as Noiba. Then refers to the act of dance movement, and the sequence of dance is known as Anoiro. So this is how the circular movement works. Yes. What is happening with my slide?
We are able to see, right now we are seeing the Jagoi slide. I
Yes.
think the next was the circular movements that you were trying to share.
Okay.
We were able to see that. No problem. Until Vandana ji is working out her slides. Yes, I think.
Yes, yes. I
Yeah,
hope
I
you
think
understand what
Vandana
you.
ji, you can probably use the down arrow. That would help.
Okay.
So I was sharing in the chat box, if some of you have been able to follow some of my comments in the chat box, a very similar kind of tradition I found in my research last year in central Gujarat, central eastern belt of Gujarat, which is the tribal belt, primarily the tribal belt of my home state. And the practices that Vandana ji is sharing with us, these traditions, dance forms, ritualistic performances, through which the ideas about the creation of the universe, stories of different gods and goddesses are shared. Something very similar I found in the storytelling tradition of the Rathwa and the Bhil community in central eastern Gujarat. And that particular storytelling tradition is called Gayana or Gayano in Gujarati or Rathvi Bhili language. And even though this is a presentation about a specific tribe and community from the Northeast, I can relate a lot of what Vandana ji is talking about in terms of what I myself experienced, because even the Rathwas have a ritual performance. They also believed in the power of the shaman to heal their community, to solve their problems. And it is also a very rich indigenous tradition from Gujarat. So thank you, Vandana ji. And I think I was able to go back to my own field work and my interaction with the community when you were speaking about the ritual performances in the Meitei community.
Thank you, Nidhi ji. Okay, I think my slide is working. I will
Okay.
continue. Okay.
Dance of
So,
creation. You.
yes, here comes the dance of creation. Here comes the dance of creation. Yeah. The thing that Amaibi that the Saman is holding is the what we call ihaifu, and I'll explain it. So Ihai Jagoi is the dance of creation. It offers a meaningful lens to explore the symbolic importance of water in our culture. And in our land, we often refer to water bodies, which means mother, and this speaks volumes about how deeply we connect water with the feminine essence. Okay, so about the sacred form of offering in the earliest time, when people believed that humans and gods lived side by side, offerings often took the form of animal sacrifices. Living beings were given to the gods as a sign of devotion, but beliefs and values shifted over time. The way human beings offered their reverence and acts of sacrificing gave more to the gestures like presenting flowers, scented things, etc. And eventually, offering transformed into something even more profound, that is at the act of dancing. So, through the rhythm, a graceful movement of the human body, beings began to express their devotion. The dance became a living, breathing form of sacrifice and an offering met not with blood but through a spirit, bodily movement, and intention. So, this is how deeply human beings long to connect with the divine, adapting their offerings with times, with never losing the essence of the devotion. Coming back to the Ihai Jagoi, through the dance movement, Amaibis, the Saman shows the story of the creation to life forms. The dance shows the movement of creation of the universe, the union of the father and mother, heaven and earth, and the journey of the human life from birth till death. So its dance holds a piece of cosmic theory, reflecting the cycle of life and existence. And among the ritual dances, Ihai Jagoi holds a sacred dance signifying the act of offering, seeking blessings, and taking permissions, and worshipping the divine through the dance movement. So, these dance are the living expressions of beliefs where each and every step carries a philosophical meaning. And through this bodily dance movement, Amaibi, the Saman, embodied the story of the creation, channeling the presence of the Supreme Creator. So, the ritual dance, Ihai Jagoi, offers a meaningful lens to explore the symbolic importance of water in our culture. In our land, in our Manipur, we often refer the water bodies as Ima, which means mother, and this speaks volumes about how deeply we connect water with the feminine essence. This is not just a local sentiment, but this is a belief echoed across many cultures around the world. So, water body holds a sacred place in the worldview as the origin of life, and a widely acknowledged concept is that where there is water, life follows. There's also a saying that the universe itself is a water. Everything that is life, nature, all living beings emerge from it. And that is why we call art our mother and sky, heaven is the father. So without two, it cannot be one, and it is called balancing. So this idea beautifully aligns with the foundation of our Lai Harauba rituals, which begins from cosmos, and through this connection, Ihai Jagoi becomes a tribute to the sacred life, giving force to the nature. So how this dance is performed is that the two ihaifu, the two ardent pot, which is being carried by the shaman, is filled with banana leaves, which specially designed along with a number of langtray leaves, three-layered banana leaves tied with threads. This is the things that represents the life of the god, and the thread is used for the soul of the deity, which is to be pulled out from the water. This thread is what we call the hirilang, and which cannot be broken or cut in between or dropped to the ground once it is made by the Amaibi for the ritual. So the Amaibis wrap the ardent pot with white clothes and make them hang in the neck of the two male pot bearers during the time of the procession. So it is seen in the second picture that one is being the bigger pot is being carried by the Amaibi, and the two standing in the back side, they carried the two ardent pots. So this Ihai Jagoi is performed during the time of Lai Ikoba, which means the calling of the deity from the water on the first day of the Lai Harauba, on the ritual first day of the ritual Lai Harauba itself. So as from the affirmation, Lai Ikoba is the secret ritual where the deities are called forth from the water body. And before the ritual begins, the Ihai Jagoi, the dance of the creation, is performed by the Amaibi, and this dance is what we call Chuk Farol. Chuk Farol. So through these graceful offerings, Amaibi seeks permissions from the guardians, deities to protect the ceremony from the bad spirits and makes a successful ritual ceremony till the end of the Lai Harauba. So it is an invocatory dance which invites the deities at the river banks or from the ponds or from the rivers, and also at the four tutelary gods who are believed to be the guardian deity of four corners, with the offering of wine, which means Leira Yukhamba. So, Nidhi I will demonstrate the dance style after I finish my presentation. Is it okay?
Yes, yes, perfect.
Okay.
As convenient and comfortable for you.
Okay, okay,
Totally
thank
your
you.
call. Yeah.
Thank you. So this dance, speaking about the meaning of the dance, the hand gesture, there's also a meaning of the hand gestures. The number of the 5 and 6 are called the Chukpun Jagoi, and the Ikauba Jagoi is being offered to the four directions. Ovations to the land and water together are revered in the fifth dance known as the All Together Jagoi, known as Chukpun Jagoi. So placing both knees gently on the ground in a manner not by touching the ground level. And as the sixth dance, the last dance is giving obeisance to the Atya Guru, that is the Supreme Creator, the Sky Father, and that concludes the part of the creation dances of this creation. So I pick up the three important dance. One is the dance of the creation. One is the dance of the evolution, which is called the Laiching Jagoi. And it is also the bridging of the two worlds through the act of dance. And this dance is also performed by the Amaibis only. So let's come to the Laiching Jagoi. What is Laiching Jagoi? So Laiching Jagoi is a part of Libo cycle, birth cycle. More specifically, this dance is a part of a dance with the leaves between the fingers. The leaves is being put in between the fingers, and then the Maibi literally draws out the soul of the deity from the shrine, and then they will dance together. So this is the overall presentation of the Laiching Jagoi. At the side, they are the Amaibis, and this photos is being taken by the John Parat and Sarosnalini Parat, and I took it from the ARCLA archives. Yes, coming back to the Laiching Jagoi, it means the dance of drawing the lie out from the shrine to the sacred space that is the celebration of the Lai Harauba. So in this particular form of dance, in the Lai pulsation, the Amaibi along with the four Langtri butts protruding at the back of the hand and dance to draw the Lai out. This is specifically done so that the Lai or the deities can witness the events that take place in the Laipung during the Lai Harauba. So in this dance, there are three interpretations. The Lighting Jagoi demonstrate the concept of the creation of the universe by the Supreme Creator. So, and it is being demonstrated by the Amaibis, and also it is the dance of union of Pa and Pi. Pa means the father and Pi means the mother. So it is the union of the Pa and Pi of the universe, and the Kubak Jagoi, which is a clapping dance, inserts in this Laiching Jagoi. Clapping dance is put in between all dance sequence, which indicates the union or rejoicing during the process of creation. And every gesture, every steps, and every moves have a philosophical meaning and concept related with the creation. So before the creation of the universe, there was void. We call it Tarang, Sunya, also void. And when the Supreme Creator thinks about the creating of the universe, he first created the space. It is believed that he first created the space from the void. So after creating the space, the Lighting Jagoi is danced to begin where Amaibi stands still and moves the body sideways like a floating leaves floating in the ocean waves. Slowly, she will move sidewise, side like the waves of the water. Then follows the lighting where Amaibi draws out the Lai soul of the deity by using her finger, by touching thumb with middle and ring finger together and stretching it and pulling back within her body towards the navel. Why it is being put in the navel? It also has a philosophical meaning because everything is started from the navel. This is the belief system that we believe till now, and even our Amaibis, our ancestors, our elders told us that it is the most important parts in our body is the navel. Everything starts from here and everything ends in the navel. So this is the belief. And next, in the enactment of the digging up of the art by grabbing and pulling up of the materials and then putting it in a space in a manner. So this is probably to invoke the art spirit and symbolizing the creation, and is known as the Laipek Laitonba, which is symbolizing the creation of the art spirit. So in all the steps, in all the dance, in all between the dance steps, there will be a clapping dance symbolizing the union of the father and mother, which is done in a manner. This shows that after making each step, the father and mother makes a union to make it a concept of fulfilling its making process of the creation. And after the creation of the Laiton, the art spirit. The next is followed by the Laitai Nongdai, which enacts by the nine Laibong Tho, which I mentioned before, with the nine Laibong Thos and the seven Lainura. So the movement is done by joining palms together, and 9 times for the male nine gods and 7 times for the male female goddess, and they will move from sideways 3 times by the Amaibi. So then the dance of the Kangbo, Kangkup, Kangjao is followed in a manner which indicate the formation of the spaces. Kangbol, Kangkop, Kangjao is the spaces to be habited on the art space from one step by step. So this is followed by Khutum Jagoi, which is a dance which the hand by making a fist and is clenched, indicating the release of the energy or power in creation. So all this dance, the Amaibi will dance by making it spiral movement. And the last steps are the lining Thaulai Rembi Jagoi, the father and mother, the union of the father and mother, symbolizing the creation of the sexuality, union of the creator, and conclude with the eight-figure movement, which is called the Kuzeng Lebi, which depicts the offering of the creation to the light, which I also mentioned before that dance is an offering to the gods. So we dance to offer to the gods. So this is the, and yes, in my field visit, during the time of my field visit, different Lai Harauba celebration is visited and observed, and the part of the study, I tried to connect the different parts of the this one localities, Lai Harauba localities, different style of the dancing. So its community holds a different style of dancing. Like in the Lai Harauba also we have three types. One is the Kanglai Harauba, Moirang Harauba, Chakpa Harauba. All three have its different unique style of dancing and performing the ritual rites. Although the philosophical meaning all inside the dance, inside this festival, inside this ritual remains the same. So after the dance of evolution, here comes the creation of the life in the womb step by step. So in this ritual performance of the Hakchang Saba, which is the building of the human body, creation of life in the womb of a mother, Amaibi enacts the process of human creation as sacred narratives that mirrors the journey of life within the mother's womb. And without this making of the human body, the Libo, the entire cycle of the entire ritual celebration of the Lai Harauba sequence would remain incomplete. So this ritual dance symbolized the 10-month span of pregnancy, which according to the Meitei cosmology also represents the divine act of the first human creation by the deities. And just as a child takes shape in the womb, the dance traces the soul's transforming into a physical form. The soul, conceived spiritually, takes on a bodily shape, is born into the world, and then grows, walks, speaks, learns, and lives a full life on earth. So this all dance is being performed by the Amaibi, and this Hakchang Saba, creation of the human body, is comprises of the 64 hand gestures movement. So, just as a child takes shape in the womb, the dance stresses the soul's information into a physical form. The soul conceives spirituality, born into the world, and then the Hakchang Saba is related with the theory of evolution of human beings and birth of them. So within the Lai Bo Chongba, the sequence, the ritual sequence of the Lai Harauba, the various dance forms I mentioned before also, like Lai Ching Jagoi, Hoirao Haya, Hakchang Saba, out of them, Hakchang Saba, the making of the human body is one of the important dances among the other ritual dances. So without Hakchang Saba, Lai Bo sequence would remain incomplete forever. Therefore, in my paper, in my thesis paper, I also have limited study to this creation of the life in the womb dances, the creation of the dances, and then the Lai Ching Jagoi, which is the very important ritual dance of the Lai Harauba. So yes, uh, the the Penna Fiddler. So how this dance is being enacted by the Amaibi, that uh, also I put a picture in here, as in the middle there is the Pena Khongba, the Pena Fiddler. He will stand there from the first dance ritual, from the beginning of the first dance ritual till the very end of the Hakchang Saba. And then he will stand there and sing the ritual songs, like the the songs of the flowers, the songs of how the universe is created, how human evolutions is being carried out by the creator himself. All of this will be sung by the Pena Fiddler in an oral tradition form. And the Amaibi will shout like, ho lining thau lighting bigi mapari mamom loisa, how, like, oh, they're daughters of the creators, daughters of the gods and goddesses. We will now perform the creation of the live dance. So like this, Amaibi will shout next by next about the and by doing the its piece of making of the human body, like let's now make a navel, let's now make a head, now let's make a soldier. So like this, all the gestures of the 64 comprises of the 64 hand gesture, Hakchang Saba is being created and is being performed by the Amaibi in the sacred space of this Lai Harauba.
Vandana ji, just giving you a time check. It's 7:35. So if
Okay,
we could conclude by 7:50, then we could have last 10 minutes for questions, answers,
okay,
comments.
okay, okay. So then here comes arrival of the Vaisnav tradition, the transition. So yes, Rasalila, a living temple ritual. The Ras Leela is performed in the royal temple of Sri Govindaji on full moon nights, and it is a pure devotion, not a mere entertainment. And soft, continuous circular movements, flowing hands. The gopi will move in an anti-clockwise direction, symbolizing the circumambulation of the dance. And unlike other classical forms, devotion conveyed through the hand gestures, same as carried as the Lai Harauba, because we believe that the entire Ras Leela, the entire dance form of the Ras Leela is being revived from the Lai Harauba. So this is what we believe. So yes, there are 5 Ras Leela which is performed on specific auspicious night, namely the Maharas, Basantaras, Kunjaras, Nityaras, and Divaras. And yes, Basantaras and Kunjaras and Maharas are the 3 Ras Leela which is only performed at the Govindaji temple, and the Nityaras and Divaras is performed at the localities and other village mandaps. The Raslila is based on the play of divine love of Radha Krishna, bhakti, and prem devotion of Bhagavad Gita. Could be seen, felt, and heard in the ritual theatre form of Raslila. Likewise, in the Lai Harauba, there is no gender fluidity in performance. There are male-bodied samans and female-bodied samans, which we call them Ima, mother. Here, girls traditionally played the roles of the Krishna also. So in here, the gender fluidity in performances can be seen. And yes, the impact of Vaishnavism in Manipuri dance became a very prominent and had greatly influenced in the life of Manipuri people. How? I will explain it. During the period of Rajarshi Bhagyachandra, there was a greatly influence in the life of Manipuri people. The Sankirtana performers who practice the Vaisnavite related rituals becomes well supported in their livelihood. So since the adoption of the Vaishnavism, every related life rituals of the Meitei community are celebrated by the Sankirtana performances, which are regarded as a Mahayojna. So usually they receive the donations from the people and who attend the ceremony as a token of respect. In the Manipuri Ras Leela, which is regarded, yes, Manipuri. Yes, Manipuri Ras Leela is regarded as the Indian classical dance. It's become one of the most prominent dance form of India also. And at present, there exist various Manipuri dance creation, which used to know as solo, duet group, performed by constructing the theme of Radha and Krishna through the Vaisnavite texts such as Bhagavad Gita and Gita Govinda. So these are all revived after the enter of the Vaishnavism, and how it impacts in the dancer is well seen in the performers, dancers, and the numbers of the dance created by the great guru, like the Amubi, the name of the dance like Nilakamala, Kamala, Gita Govinda, which this composition has a great acclaim for the performance specially created for the stage presentation. So, uh, with this arrival of the Vaishnavism, the Manipuri dance got its recognition from the Indian government by rewarding various prestigious awards such as the Padma Shri, Sangeet Natak, Padma Bhushan, because of the arrival of the Vaishnavism in Manipuri dance. So yes, Guru Shiksha Param. I will say a little bit about this Guru Shiksha Parampara. Even after the enter of this 21st century, we still have this Guru Shiksha Parampara in Manipur, a system of direct, non-notated, embodied transmission that has remained substantially unaltered from the late 18th century to November 2025. So historically, the parampara was institutionalized by the Maharaja Bhagyachandra, which reigned in 1759 to 1798. Yes, 1759 to 1798. So when he created the Ras Leela and restructured Natta Sankirtana, from that movement, from that moment, knowledge was transmitted exclusively through Guru Mukhavidya, like the knowledge from the mouth of the Guru. So this system, this system remains operative at the three levels till now. Like senior gurus continue to train 4 to 12 residential or semi-residential disciples in private courtyards, and which begins at the 4-5 a.m. And initiation still requires guru dakshina in symbolic form and lifelong elegance. So temple-based transmission is also still happening, like the Delhi evening Sankirtana at Sri Sri Govindaji Temple, major Vaishnavite centers is performed and taught by 5th to 7th generation direct disciples of the 18th and 19th century court gurus. And hereditary stylistic lineage like Pena, Pung, Thangta continue without interruption till now. Even the students, even the disciples of the gurus go to the houses of the gurus, and then they wait for like 4 to 5 hours sitting without doing anything, because at that time till this time the guru try to teach the discipline in this way, in this form, how to have patience, how to have discipline, how to do the tradition. Everything is being taught now also. And yes, you can see it in every household that every elders used is being taught to the young generation, because nowadays all the younger youngster are addicted to the this one technology, YouTube, yes, and so on. So, but till now, our Guru Siksha Parampara is being taught in the Manipur, in our society. These factors have produced a dual pedagogy, institutional training for breadth parampara, training for depth. So, in conclusion, the Manipuri Guru Shiksha Parampara is neither relic nor romance. It is a functioning, adaptive, yet conservative knowledge system that continues to produce world class artists while negotiating modernity. So, in its survival, demonstrate that under specific socio-religious conditions, intense personal transmission can coexist with and even resist literate, bureaucratic, and educational paradigms. Yes. So about the dances education, how values is being taught, I have highlighted it. So every Rasila or Pena performance demands years of daily practice before sunrise. The body learns patience and rigor about the humility, about the gender harmony, collective identity, courage and sacrifices, devotions, and how the environmental respect like Laiharauba steps mimic growths of rice, flowering of trees, movement of deer, ecology is dance into the muscle memory. And the hierarchy and order, how senior dancers stand closer to the deity, junior, how junior learns when to step forward and when to yield, and how emotional literacy, subtle eye and neck movement teach the 64 rases emotions more deeply than any lecture. About the nonverbal communication, resilience, barefoot dancing on hard temple floors for hours builds physical and mental endurance, and lineage pride, purity and restraint, and the joy as duty. I have highlighted all these values and how challenges faced in modern, like youth mass migration, bodies that should carry the tradition never return, and one full generation lost to insurgency, curfews, and night bans, and smartphones and reels fragment all night rituals into 15-second clips. How everything is changes, and in the present, the conflict stops, mixed festivals, shared dances die, everything is being torn apart. So every artist is facing lots of problems. Even most of the people are facing the mental illness since this conflict has started. And concrete plus shoes, erase barefoot, muscle memory, learn on art pro. Everything is being changes, and the last uncompromised gurus dying without shishyas who stayed, and nowadays YouTube tutorial replace physical touch correction, knowledge leave the body. This is what modernization has changes to the youngster. And then yes, another contemporary fusion and innovation. I also highlighted some of the bands, how everything is being changes from time period. Like recently, a band named Iraimang in Manipur has fused traditional pena. This is how we should bring up the ritual to the this young generations platform. How they will so that they will understand the values of the tradition also, because nowadays youngsters deny to go to the field of the Lai Harauba to watch the Lai Harauba. So I think this is the great initiative by the team of the Iraimang, that the song that is being forgotten by the young generation, like the old songs of the Hairang Khoi, Kwakta Lamjel, epics, Purans, everything is being highlighted, and it's being explored in the stage and is performed by mix of the fusion. This is the great initiative taken up by the artist community, and also ancient Kunung Isai village songs plays over modern. These are all the good things that is happening in the today's society. And dance in modern education, I have highlighted in, because the time is running out. And how dance plays a therapeutic and community role in the society, because rounded fluid movement reduce physical tensions and jerks, promoting holistic emotional well-being and stress release, and enhances cardiovascular health and muscle strength through continuous wave-like emotions, adding overall physical. How dance played a very important role in shaping the mental healthness. Dance plays a very important role. Art takes a very important role. Not only the taken up of the medicines or this the meditation process can also be turned towards the side of the arts, and so that we can experience both how dance work, how dance perform, and how dance heals our body. Yes, so this is the conclusion. Uh, as culture is not a museum object, it is a living pulse inside bones, bread, and bare feet. When no child's spines remember the curve of a maybe calling the forest deity, the deity itself falls silent, and embodied heritage is the only form of knowledge that cannot be hacked, copied, or faked. It dies within the last heartbeat that truly carries it. And in a world of screens and displacement, this moving, sweating, trembling bodies remains the final act and final proof that the Maitai and the Mazar indigenous tribal ancestors are still here. So the tradition is not preserved in archives. It survives only as long as it is allowed to live inside our human bodies, and also how a ritual dance culture, temple dance culture act as a education in the modern times. It's all being seen in our traditional roots. And I would like to conclude by saying to dance is an offering to the gods. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Vandana ji, for sharing what is so important for you and what is at the core of Manipur's tradition and Manipur's culture and heritage. I will not take much time. I think Vandana ji wanted to demonstrate something. You wanted to demonstrate
Okay,
something, so we can go ahead with that, and then we can open the floor for questions. I already see a hand raised.
okay. I will demonstrate a bit about the lighting, how light is being drawn, and then yes,
Okay. Yes, I think we can see you. Yeah.
yeah. So the part of the Ihai Jagoi which might be carried the two ardent board, like C is doing the movement of going to the four tutelary gods, and also the element, the five elements, wind, fire, water, father sky, and the mother earth. It's the five elements are the very most important elements. So she is taking a bow to the five elements, like each step, each movement carries a philosophical meaning. So by carrying this ardent pot, she will first bow down to the father sky and the mother earth by doing a circular movement of tak kha kha tak kha kha tak kha kha tak dhin tak kha kha tak kha kha tak kha kha tak dhin. Like this, she will perform the creation of the dance movement, and then after the side she will do both the four directions, the same movement, and then at the last there's also a belief that the entire 1 year is this one have the 12 months. So she is doing the movement of the 12 gestures, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. She will conclude with doing these 12 movements. So this is how she portrays the creation of the dance. At first, she will do from the southwest corner, and then this is what we call the Tangjing, Marjing, Wangbrain, Kobru, the four tutelary gods. She will bow to them, and then she will bow to the Father Sky and Mother Earth, and conclude the dance by seeking a blessings that during the time of the ritual, during the time of the festival, so that nothing will disinterrupt the the ritual functions. So she will do this creation of the dance. So it is believed that the story of the creation of the origin of the dance, like the Atiya Guru, the sky father, give the task to his son to create the universe. So this dance is also believed that it is the first dance that is danced by the Nongthang Laima, which I mentioned, just to just to distract the destroying of the creation of the universe. So she dance like doing the round circular movement like this. She dance to distract the Harappa. So this is the creation dance, and yes, a little bit of the drawing of the Laiching Jagoi. So it is believed that the soul of the deity is stayed in the void, in the space. No one can find, no one can touch it. It's in the void. So we believe that we will hold this like this, not in this line or this, but in between, thinking about we are drawing the soul of the deity from the void, and then we will put it in our navel, and then we will start dancing together with the soul of the deity to the sacred space. So this is how everything is being portrayed and being taught by the Amaibi. And coming back to the Hakchang Saba, formation of the human body, which I mentioned, that there are 64 hand gestures, 64 body movements. So civil shouted like, Ho lining thou lighting bigi mapari mamum loisa. Dear beloved daughters of the gods and goddesses, we will now make the parts of the human body. Like we will start from the navel. So let's make a navel, and then like this. So lining thou lighting bigi mapari mamum loisa. How? Howzikti Guru Dagi Thawai Niraga Thawai Haplese, like this, and then we will put the soul in the navel, and then we will start from the head like this. This is also a gesture, one gesture depicting the creation of the head, and then eyebrows, eyes, nose, everything part by part. We will demonstrate it with the help of the gesture. So this is how everything, the entire cosmic creation, entire cosmology, how to build a human body, how to build a house, how to weave a dress so that everyone can wear a dress like this. So everything is being taught in the this Lai Harauba. So that is all.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you so
Vandana ji.
much.
I think I see so many cameras on. So many people have switched on their cameras because they wanted to see this demonstration. So without further ado, I now invite questions, comments, and feedback for Vandana ji's session. Of course, we can't thank her enough. And she has given us so much insights about Manipur's rich culture. And it is always so wonderful to have someone from the Northeast. So yes, Ashwati ji, please go ahead.
Ma'am, can you please share the mail ID of
Email ID,
Vandana
sure,
ma'am?
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, Vandana ji request you to share your email ID. So if anyone wants to reach out to you, they can.
Sure, sure,
And
sure.
I want to request all participants that if you feel that there is scope for Vandana ji and her students to perform this this cultural dance expression in your university or college, then please go ahead and invite Vandana ji. There are 56 people in this meeting. I am very sure that some of us can come ahead, volunteer, and take the opportunity to invite Vandana ji to our particular city, state, college, university. And it will be a great opportunity for her students, and also for our students to learn so much about Manipur's dance heritage and culture. So this is a request from myself, Dr. Vikas, that please consider inviting Vandana ji for a performance.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Good
much, Nidhi ji.
evening. Vanda ma'am, I am Dr. Supriti from Amity Manesar. I
Hello.
really want to appreciate my goodness because I was not initially enjoying the session because art and culture is not my cup of tea. But the moment you started describing, oh my goodness, and the moment you have displayed, then I can understand, oh my God, this much devotion. And that is talking about the true understanding of IKS. And I was
Yes.
very happy to know about Manipur culture and legacy because, as Nidhi ma'am rightly said, we don't know anything about these states. That is the irony of our understanding, I will say that. Thank you, ma'am. Wonderful session.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shraddha.
Vandana ji was nervous before she started the
Yes.
session.
Yes, yes. Because
Maybe
I'm not good at publicly speaking. I'm really not good, but this is also my first time doing this session, so I was very nervous yesterday. Also, I called Kavita ji, I called Nidhi ji, telling them I feel very nervous. What should I do? How will I present all these things? So I think Govindaji is with me today. He blessed me, so I think I did my best to share my our culture to all the respected seniors.
thank you. Vandana ji, have you been able to put your email ID?
Mm,
Yeah, you can just put it in the chat box. Yes,
mm,
yes. Praveen ji, Vandana ji will share her email ID. Once again, I request everyone, please consider inviting Vandana ji for a performance in your university, in your college. Yes.
okay.
Anybody else who would like to come in?
Doc-
Dr. Neha, Dr. Vikas. I invite Dr. Vikas to please share
Dr.
his
Ni
thoughts.
yes, Dr. Nidhi, this is the 27th session in our IKS certificate course, and nothing to take away from any of these scholars, those 26 scholars, but the demonstration of dance form and the rich meaning behind all the posture was something wonderful, and I believe that we all participants have enjoyed it like anything. Thank you very much, Vannaji.
Thank you
You
so
have
much.
truly made the session very lightning with your
Thank you so much. It's an
demonstration.
honor for me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Truly, Dr. Vikas. I mean, when you just stepped up to perform, we really understood the meaning of what you were sharing over the past 1 hour. And personally, I'm feeling very emotional and overwhelmed at this moment because last year I spent the whole year studying a similar ritual dance form or a storytelling tradition in my home state, Gujarat, which is the Central Eastern Tribal Belt. You could see a lot of similarities in the stories, in the beliefs, in the value systems, and the way the rituals are facing challenges in present times. Yes. Anybody, Dr. Neha, anybody else, please go ahead.
Yes, Namaste Vandana ji.
Namaste.
Uh, I'm completely awestruck by your performance and your explanation. I
Thank you so
have
much.
been visiting North Eastern state, and I always wanted to visit Manipur. So your performance has truly inspired me to, visit your state soon. So thank you so much. And I love the way in which, this five elements have been integrated
Yes,
in your
yes.
dance form, and how even the various types of skills can be, depicted through the dance form. Really amazing. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It means a lot.
Wonderful. Thank you. So, Pallavi, I'm just reading out Pallavi ji's comment. Absolutely wonderful session. Such an awesome first session, of course, and wish you many more sessions to come. And of course, I think the explanations and the details that you could provide from a very indigenous perspective, because you belong to the community, you may have lived these rituals, you may have seen your family members or community taking part in these rituals. So when it comes from someone who belongs to the community, it provides a lot of authentic perspective for an outsider to understanding the ritual. And I'll just quickly share that during Navratri, during Ashtami, I had the opportunity to witness a Bhavai performance. So Bhavai is the traditional folklore, theatrical folklore in Gujarat. And I had the privilege to witness such a traditional theatrical folk performance in a temple, which is just 30-40 kilometers away from where I live. And um, the entire ritual started with a prayer, and of course it continues through the night. So it starts at 11 in the night, it ends at about 6:30 or 7 in the morning. And when we visited the temple, the performers clearly told us that for you this may be a simple performance which you just come and enjoy, maybe you get entertained or awestruck, etc. But for us this is devotion. Through the means of this ritual performance, we invoke the goddess.
Yes.
And we don't want you to interrupt this by using your devices, by photographing or by videography. You can just sit aside, watch, and just appreciate, but please don't intervene, because we are not just dancing or singing or performing. There is a synergy, there is a cosmic power to all of this that is happening, and only we know how to do it. So we expect that you cooperate, and we totally abided by this, and it was a wonderful experience. So the nitty-gritties that Vandana ji has explained with respect to the 5 elements, nature, story of creation, story of the universe, the manifestation of gods and goddesses, the importance given to life in these rituals, and how this particular ritual and many others are also facing challenges in modern times because the next generation doesn't want to take it forward. So when I met a traditional storyteller in central Gujarat, where I was researching, he told me that his son laughs at him. The son says that, what are you doing? What you are doing is completely irrelevant and useless, and I don't want to carry forward this. I want to go to the city. I want to take up a job. And he even discouraged his father from participating in this oral storytelling tradition. So with the father, the legacy will end because there'll be nobody to carry it forward. As Vandana ji rightly pointed out, it's a challenge because gurus don't have shishyas to carry this parampara forward. So I'm sure when we explore the different indigenous traditions from different parts of our country, we'll find resonance, we'll find similarities.
Dr.
Great.
Nidhi, today I invited another scholar, another expert from Manipur, Ekeshwar Sharma. He is also there with us in this session.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Ekeshwar ji, namaste, welcome. If you can unmute and share, will be great. Or if you want to type out, that's also perfectly fine. Okay, anybody else? So great to have Ekeshwar Sharma ji. I think he's from our faculty, our university. So it's always good to connect. And yes, we still have, we can spend 2-3 more minutes for any questions, feedback, comment. Anybody? It could just also be some insight that struck with you, that stayed with you. Anyone? Great. So if there are no more comments or questions, then we will move towards the closure of the session. So firstly, I want to graciously thank Vandana ji on behalf of our team at NLD and our collaborating institution, Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Khalsa College, Anandpur Sahib, Punjab, for firstly honoring my invitation, because I was reaching out to Vandana ji frantically and trying to get her on board with recommendation from Kavita ji, who also delivered an excellent session yesterday. And Vandana ji was very busy with her performances, but we managed to connect, and I'm glad that she decided to speak on this topic. I think none of us previously, at least I have not had the opportunity to get such an elaborate exposure to Manipur's history and culture before. So this will always stay with a lot of us, I believe. So thank you so much for being on our platform. We wish the best to you for your PhD work,
Thank you so much.
for your pursuit of art, culture, heritage, ritual, because you combine all of this in your sadhana. So we
Yes.
wish you the best for that as well. And we also hope that you will continue to train the next generation of students and performers and inculcate in them appreciation for what we have inherited from our rich Gyan Parampara. So it was wonderful to have you, and we will be putting up a recording of this session very soon on our YouTube channel. And I'm sure that this is going to be the start of many lectures that you're going to conduct in the near future. And may you remember this one as the best one and the very first one for times to come. So thank you so much. Thanks to all our participants for consistently joining and engaging very proactively through the sessions. And we all hope that Vandanaji can travel to different cities across India and share this knowledge about Manipuri art, culture, and heritage with a wider audience. Thank you,
Thank
Vandana.
you so much, Nidhi, and thank you all the seniors for patiently listening to my cultural knowledge that I have been learning. I'm also still in my learning process, and I hope I can contribute many more in the coming future also. Thank you, Nidhi ji, and thank you, Kavita ji, also for giving me this opportunity and giving me this platform. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Vandanaji. Have a good day, everyone.
Yeah.